Merry Christmas and welcome to my holiday kitchen. I'm back home in New York City and I'm so excited to show you guys today how to make one of my favorite Christmas meals. We're gonna do a pork loin roast. It's gonna be flavored with herbs and butter and garlic, and it's so simple, and I'm gonna show you how to make it son of a Southern chef style. You know, this is a really classic meal that people eat all around the world, and I just love a nice pork roast. And you can see that it's Frenched, which basically means that the bone is exposed. So right where the fat and meat connective tissue connect, we just want to score it right inside and all the way down. You kind of just want to follow the fat right along down. This is going to really make a beautiful and tender piece of pork. Make it sort of like a book, and I'm going to fold it over and put it to the side and work on my butter roll. I'm using 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and now I've got some garlic that I've chopped up, a few cloves of garlic. I also have some rosemary. I'm gonna throw it all in there. There's an opportunity to give a lot of big flavor to this, and some thyme. And I'm gonna give it a liberal season of salt, just a little bit of kosher salt, and some black pepper. You know, Christmas is a really fun time of the year. It's actually my favorite holiday. Oh my gosh, and I love the smell that just fills my kitchen. And now we're going to actually begin to stuff this beautiful pork. So, using our spatula, we're just going to massage that butter all the way down, right into the middle. Now I know this looks like a lot, but you know what guys, it's Christmas, so get over it. Fold that back over. And I'm gonna use the remainder of our butter to just go right on top of that beautiful fat. So I'm just gonna transition this to the sheet pan, and I'm gonna smooth over any of the remaining butter. This looks so good. Now, big pinch of salt, some freshly ground black pepper. So now what I'm gonna do is actually use some string twine. So it looks a lot more intimidating than what it actually is. You just wanna lift it up and get your twine right under there, and then just give it a tie. Now you can actually do that 3 times if you want, but I just kinda like to put it around my hand like that, and then go right underneath the pork again and pull it. So then I go back around and I finish it off by tying the original side together. And if you've lost any of the butter, I'd encourage you to slather that sucker right back on, because that's a whole lot of good flavor that you don't want to lose. There we go, beautiful. So now I've got an oven that's preheated at 500 degrees, and I'm gonna put it skin side up to make sure that that skin gets nice and roasted. It's gonna get a nice brown color on top, and then we're gonna reduce our temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're gonna let it roast for a couple, and it's just gonna be delicious and tender. And that's what you want in a nice pork loin roast. So a beautiful way to pair your pork roast for Christmas is to do with like potatoes. So I'm just gonna cut these right in half. Nice. I'm going to pour these into a roasting pan. I'm going to use a half of a large red onion. So 1 onion. And I'm doing these into fairly large slices because they're going to roast up really beautifully. So we don't want it to start to burn. We want it to cook with the potatoes. We'll bring that up. Sprinkle that right over. Now we're gonna work on the herbs. So the same thing that we use for our pork are the same herbs that we're going to use actually for our potatoes. You can just literally throw the sprigs right on top, and then also your rosemary. Big, loving, generous pour of some olive oil, some salt, some pepper. So now this is going to go inside of, you know what? Before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna add some garlic because I've got it sitting here, so let's just not make things look pretty. We're gonna actually use it. A cool way to actually open up a whole clove of garlic is to just let it rest in your towel, fold it over, pour a little weight on top of it. Look at that. So we'll use about 2 cloves of garlic. Just give it a smash, nice big smash, and throw it right in there. And then give it a big toss. That looks great. So I'm gonna also put this into a 350 degree oven and just let it kind of roast up and get really beautifully delicious and golden brown. And then we're gonna pair that with a beautiful sauce for our pork loins. So now I've got a cast iron pan that I'm gonna put on to a medium heat. I'm gonna oil it up with a little bit of olive oil. And I'm gonna get my shallots right inside. A clove of garlic, and that's also going to get minced. Goes right into our pan. And I like to season in stages, so a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And I'm gonna give this a stir. So you just wanna sweat the vegetables, meaning not too brown. So now that cooks down, I'm going to add in some nice, delicious red wine. And I'll take a little sip myself. Delicious. So our wine has reduced down. So now we're going to add our turkey stock. If you don't have turkey stock, you can totally use chicken stock. And just let that cook down and get thick. So now we're going to assemble our roast. Oh, look at that. Amazing. Oh, so beautiful. So I'm gonna let my pork rest for a little bit, remove all of the stalks. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm gonna first actually remove that string that we did. Ooh, yum. That skin is just really crisp. It's so much flavor in that. I'm so excited to get to cut into this. That looks gorgeous. So now what we're going to do, we've got our beautiful pork on top of our potatoes. I'm gonna actually use some parsley right into our beautiful sauce. Give that a spin. Add a little bit more salt. It's perfect. And I'm just gonna pour this right over all that fantastic flavor. How about that for Christmas? Guys, have a Merry Christmas. Click on the button over there to subscribe and definitely check out more of the videos. We want you to watch and have a really happy and Merry Christmas. See you next time.